ever dated a narcissist, then you know what a Sagittarius is like. I'm gonna try my hardest not to bash Sagittarius throughout this entire video because truthfully, there's no beef between me and Sagittarius's. Okay, I'm just gonna say Sagittarius. There's no beef, but there is huge conflict between me and y'all, men and women alike. For the majority of these videos throughout the series, I'm going to be talking about mainly men, but since I know a lot about Sagittarius as far as the men and the women are concerned, I'm just going to talk about you both as a whole, okay? How about that? Let's start with the positives about a Sagittarius, okay? A Sagittarius is so honest. If I had to choose any sign to represent truth and honesty, it would be a Sag. I guess they can be faithful. They can be loyal. They can be that. They can, definitely. I'll give them that. Yeah. So they can be loyal, they can be faithful, they are honest. And they are a fellow fire sign like myself. So just to give you some context on where my opinions come from, I am a Leo sun, Scorpio moon, my Venus is in Virgo, my Mars is in Virgo, my Mercury is in Virgo, so I have a lot of Virgo on my chart, clearly. Leo ascendant. So anyways, that's just some context. I will say that those are the positives with when it comes to a Sagittarius. As far as I'm concerned, those are the positives. But the negatives far outweigh the positives when it comes to this sign for me. The negatives are, even though they're honest, their delivery is terrible, and that's being nice. Like they don't have a filter. They don't have a filter. So think of Donald Trump, because I believe Donald Trump is Gemini sun, Sagittarius moon. Think of Donald Trump. Like, they have no filter. They don't care if what they say hurts your feelings. To them, they'll be like, you know what I'm telling you is the truth. So if it hurts your feelings, middle finger, get over it. It's the truth. Like, they're just rude. They're rude people, honestly. And in my experience with Sagittarius men and women both alike, it's like the more you try to get close to them, the more you love them, the more they get close to you, the more they love you, the more they tear you down. I don't know if it's because their expectations of you just get like completely put on a pedestal or just unrealistic. I don't know what it is, but the moment you do anything small, anything that they deem inappropriate, they're not having it. And though I do feel like a Sagittarius will settle down with you, the problem is that they expect so much more of you than they expect of themselves. So they could very well be talking to you, dating you, and want you to do everything right. No mess ups, no slip ups, no anything. Meanwhile, they do whatever they want. And it can and will continue this way for quite some time, especially if you let it happen. You'll get stuck in that power dynamic. Another thing is, they give me very narcissistic vibes. If there's anyone in the zodiac that I would be like, who's the most narcissistic, it would be Sagittarius. So on one end of the spectrum, they're very honest. On the other end of the spectrum, it comes off very narcissistic. So if you've ever dated a narcissistic person, if you've ever dated a narcissist, then you know what a Sagittarius is like. Like, seriously, I said I was gonna try not to bash them throughout this whole video. The crazy thing about it is, like, Leo and Sagittarius is supposed to be like super compatible, but I am so sorry, y'all, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, I can, no, okay, what I'll say is this. I can see how Leos could be attracted. I can understand the attraction that Leos and Scorpios might have to one another. Just based on the surface level, I can definitely see how they would attract one another. But once you go past the surface level and once it comes down to having a real substantial, sustainable, strong foundation and relationship with this sign, the only way I see it working is if you are willing to have a power struggle for a while until things balance out, because that's exactly what it will be. It will be a power struggle until Sagittarius realizes that they're not going to treat you how they can treat every other sign, because you're a Leo. And then if they might like that, and they might like that a lot, because people who are used to getting their way, it doesn't necessarily mean they want to get their way. It's just they can, so they will. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. But anyways, they're a hard sign for me, and it could also be because my Venus is in Virgo. So, yeah. If anyone knows what that means, then you'll get it. But so yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say. That's pretty much all I have to say about Sagittarius. As a Leo, I don't want to end this video on a negative tone, so I'm just gonna say, you guys are attractive. You have that going for yourselves. But if you are a Sagittarius watching this, please work on your delivery when you speak to people. Like, try not to be so aggressive. Try not to be so overpowering. Try not to be a bully. What you would think is more like in a Taurus. And speaking of that, we're going to go ahead and talk about Taurus next. So, shout out to all the Sagittarius people out there. Bye.